Hello, Cancer. This is Bonnie from Soul Star Bliss with your February 2024 mini tarot reading. I could have said 23 out of some of the others because I'm still having trouble with the 24. So if I did, I apologize for that. But I do have a couple announcements before we begin. Number one, if you'd like a reading just about you, please, my website information is down below. You can go get yourself an appointment there, payment there, and I'll email you and we'll get something set up for you. But also in March, I believe it's the 2nd and 3rd, and this information will be down below too. I will be in Orlando, Florida at the Spirit Fest event. If you have not been to a Spirit Fest event, you need to. They're very well run shows, and there's vendors of crystals, stones, readers, healers, gems. I mean, there's something for everybody. There are a lot of mediums there too. I'm so happy to be involved with them. And my friend Drennen will be there with her repurposed leather purses with healing gems on them. And we always have a good time at the show. So we're looking forward to seeing you there. Happy Valentine's Day. And last but not least, you may want to check your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. So let's see what is coming up for you. Here we go. Let's see, Cancer. What have we got for you? Let's see. Excuse me. Today is not a cold day here. We had howling winds for the last few days of 30 below, 24 below zero. Today the sun is shining and no wind, so I'm thankful for that. That is my word, great gratitude for the year. So I find whatever I can be grateful for, and I like to share what it is. Here it just says you're thinking about moving, leaving. I feel that has to do with work. Gosh, that's come up a lot today. If you want to do that, make sure that, go check out where you would say get transferred to or move to for a job, and make sure that you're going to like it there. I've heard from people that have clients that have said, oh, I want to move to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And they go there and they think, oh my God, why did I do this? I don't like it here. It just wasn't right for them. And I'm making Santa Fe as a choice up because it's a beautiful city. Can't imagine someone not liking it, but apparently it's happened. So it just says take your time, do your homework, try not to do spontaneously. Say take a job that you hear about, go there and check it out. Go check out the place where you're going to be possibly working. And if they can't send you there, red flag, like if they don't bring you there to see the company, because they're going to want to meet you too. Of course, with Zoom and stuff, you never know how it works. But just to satisfy yourself, I would make sure I physically went to the relocation that I was thinking of or hoping for. Seems like alms dispense with justice, money improvement for you. It seems like you've done some studying or decided to do some things, or maybe even had less expenses this year. And if you have, oh boy, good for you, because it's been a difficult year for a lot of folks financially. Says the travel that you had planned that you didn't get to do, of course that's not for everyone, but those, if you didn't get to travel last year because of sickness or money or work or whatever, you can get those plans rolling now. I would check into them or start rescheduling them, I guess, so you get to do it, because it looks like it's going to be a year where unfinished business from last year, unfinished wants and wishes could be completed this year or get going. It says be careful not to give your power away. If your sisters and brothers or your husbands or wives or friends want to do something a certain way and you're not happy with it, talk about it. It just feels like communication could be very strong this month for you in different ways and with different folks. So be able to speak your mind. And it says you're not going to look like a fool. I almost feel like with the Wheel of Fortune here, there's going to be reasons for you to celebrate, and that's with family. But I have some friends that are close, like family. Remember, it doesn't have to be blood. It can just be how the heart feels about it. And it says here with the Emperor and the Temperance, it says you're going to have ideas or shown. Oh my gosh, I have the Temperance, the Emperor, and the Star, and I heard as they came up that this could be like, I hate to use the word magical, but it could be maybe you're going to have a prophetic dream, or you're going to get a message. And people say, am I making this stuff up? And to me, I learned these words, when I was a teenager, and it would be, God, if this is for me, leave it. If not, please take it away. They have never failed me. So just be open to the possibility of, maybe you're going to have a spirit visit, or And you get them all the time. It just says, just pay attention to what's going on. Your intuition is really good this month. It's clear. It's sharp like a razor blade. So trust what you hear. You know, but you don't have to take everyone's advice. Like I've had people say, well, the spirit told me to jump off the bridge. Well, if they tell you that, I don't think that's a good thing. So use your own judgment on that is a good way to put it. But it says you're going to feel like a victor this month, like you've won something or things went your way. That feeling of disappointment, being stabbed in the back, you know, or how come I never win? Well, I think by just simply saying, not why is this happening to me? What is the lesson? Big change there for you, Cancer. Big change. Messages from family members are important. Okay, let's just say maybe you're in the military or you travel or you work in another country or another state. Pay attention to messages. They're going to be important. And I feel those are written messages or phone messages, recorded messages. So it just says, while you're away, make sure that you follow up with your messages. And here it just says, too, if you need counsel, and counsel can be a lawyer, it could be a doctor, it could be two friends talking, get it. You know, sometimes just talking through a problem with somebody can make it better. And if you need an attorney, get one. If you're not feeling good, get to the doctor, get a checkup. You got problems with your eyes, go get them checked, because it just says you'll be glad you did. You'll feel a whole lot better. It says if you had an argument with somebody, they heard you. I don't know who this is for, but if you had it downright terrible argument with somebody, knowing that they heard you is magic. Now, you may not speak to them for a little bit, but when it comes around, you're going to see that they heard you. Change is definitely on the way, something you've wished for or wanted. I think it has to do with people. Maybe you are wishing that someone was treating you better or you would see them, something like that. A little different for each person. But what's good about this is standing up for yourself in a very, how do I want to say, not, you can't do that. Like, why don't we work this out? I hope that I'm showing you what I mean. It's like being diplomatic in a way. And that's going to pay you back quite nicely with cooperation, conversation, speaking. It could be really good for you. But this here just says, it's like you know something about somebody. It's like, okay, an aha moment, like you see somebody different than you did before. And I feel really good about it. So it's not like, oh, they're terrible. It's like, oh my gosh, I never realized how generous or how much compassion that person had. And I feel the person's kind of close to you. And so it's a blessing in disguise when you see that. Ace of Cups, when your mind is filled with spirit, fills your body to overflowing. What you think about, you become. You do have help right now. Well, you always do, but it's like you're going to know there's help there, like prayers. The power of prayer is so powerful. And you're going to see that prayers can be answered and have been and will be. Sometimes the answer we get isn't what we thought we were going to get. But just to know that you're heard and things are changing should make you feel pretty good. That feeling of being stuck and not knowing what to do, well, I hate to say it like this, but your excuse is gone. Set yourself free. Whether that be in your mind you're stuck or you're physically stuck somewhere, it just seems like there's change coming for you and opportunities where you can change things. That sounds like a riddle. I don't mean it to. But I got two twos here. I have the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. So it says having difficulty making a decision. If you look up and say, okay, is it time for me to move to, New Mexico or San Francisco or Italy or wherever, and you don't get a direct yes, it's not time to make the decision. You'll get your answer. Just be a little patient. Seems like the work you've been doing is hard. You've been carrying a lot of stuff of other people's, helping a lot of other people out. And what's nice now is you can't go back and change the past. But what's going to happen is you're going to get paid back in a good way for some of the good deeds you did in the past. Whoever you need to show up, it looks like they're going to show up for you. And I have the Sun card, which I really love. It's joy. But I also have the Ace of Wands, which means it's a time for new beginnings. Different ways, different things for different folks. So be open to that. So let me pick these up and get them out of the way. And we'll do your love and money 3-card draw for each and see what's going on there. So bear with me just a minute. A little slow. And hopefully no more surgery, so that'll get healed up. But let's take a look here. I already shuffled these, so all I have to do is cut them. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da. Love first. Let's see. Oh, we have the Temperance. We have the 7 of Cups. The Temperance, if you can see it. And we have the Hanged Man. Okay. So it just seems to be what I'm feeling or sensing or whatever it is I do here. I kind of hear is what I do. So I'm hearing that, you know, all those things that you really want certainly are available, but you might want to focus on one at a time. Spirit is right there to help you, or whoever, you know, when you pray, open to receive what you ask for. And it says the Hangman, we have to wait. Waiting is not, we as human beings don't like the waiting part. But whatever it is for love for you, it's going to be worth waiting for. And it could be you're already in a relationship and it seems like a mending of some kind, or a reignited relationship. But it also means for those of you that are single and you're waiting for someone and waiting and waiting and waiting, they could be right around the corner. That you could meet them tomorrow. You could meet them tonight, next week. Just be open to that. So let's do money and see what we have, or finances. I have the 8 of Swords. I have the 2 of Swords. And then I have the Page of Cups. So here it just seems like those of you that are having difficulty, like, oh my gosh, unexpected medical bills, unexpected, you know, car repairs, unexpected. So it just says I've made choices on things that I wish I didn't have to. But because of that, because you took care of that, you actually ended up saving yourself money, taking care of it when it came. I do feel like with the Page of Cups, you're going to have, excuse me, you're going to have a different outcome on finances. Is like you're going to think about it. You know, if you can. I mean, there's some things you can't. Now, your car breaks down, you got to get to work, you got to get it fixed. But it just says here that you're going to have more than one option. Remember that. If you can just do a little research, do a little checking, I just feel like there's good. And that's not for everybody. Those of you that aren't having problems with your finances, be thankful. Have gratitude for that. But if you are, it seems like you're going to get a plan. You're going to make choices that are good for everybody around you, including yourself. With that said, this is Bonnie from Soul Star Bliss. Happy Valentine's Day, Cancer. Thanks so much for dropping in. And I'll see you again next month.